Attention passionate Detroit, Lions fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Detroit Lions' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Detroit Lions fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Detroit Lions fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. If you've been closely following the NFL offseason, you know that the Lions have been one of the most intriguing teams in the league. There's a palpable sense of anticipation around Detroit, especially considering how much they've been building this roster to not just compete, but to contend at the highest level. And one of the latest moves that is stirring up a lot of buzz is the signing of Gerald Everett, a name that might not have been the biggest headline in free agency at the start, but certainly is now, especially considering what it means for this team's future and their plans for 2025. It's a move that could have ripple effects, not only within the NFC North, but across the entire league. So, let's dive deep into what this signing really signifies for the Lions. Gerald Everett, for those who might not be as familiar, is a solid, dependable tight end who has been around the league for a few years now. He's not a superstar, at least not yet, but he's the kind of player who offers consistency, versatility, and a good set of hands. His journey to Detroit isn't just about adding a player, it's about adding a piece that fits a specific need for this team. If you look at the Lions roster, especially at the tight end position, they're in a pretty interesting spot. They have Sam Laporta, who's shown flashes of brilliance in his rookie season, and he's clearly the future at tight end. But the key here is that Laporta is still young, still developing, and will be looking for a contract extension soon. So, the Lions needed to bolster their depth at the position, and that's exactly what Everett brings to the table. Now, it's worth noting that Everett's recent season with the Chicago Bears was less than stellar. He finished with just 36 yards, which on the surface might seem like a step back. But let's put that into context. This was a season where opportunities were limited, and the Bears' offense as a whole struggled to find rhythm. Prior to that, Everett had been quite productive, consistently surpassing the 400-yard mark in each of his previous 5 seasons, accumulating over 30 yards and 20 touchdowns in his career so far. That kind of consistency is valuable for a team like Detroit, which is aiming for stability and versatility in their offensive scheme. And speaking of schemes, with the new offensive coordinator, John Morton, taking the reins, having reliable players at key positions like tight end becomes even more critical. Morton's offense is expected to be more dynamic, more versatile, and tight ends will be integral to that plan. Everett's familiarity with the league's nuances, his ability to run precise routes, and his experience in multiple offensive systems make him a perfect fit for what the Lions are trying to build. Remember, he's not just a blocker. He's a reliable target who can stretch the field, make tough catches in traffic, and help keep defenses honest. But it's not just about what Everett can do on the field. It's about the chemistry he already has with Jared Goff. These two played together for 4 seasons from 2017 to 2020 on the Los Angeles Rams, and during that time, they built a rapport that can't be overlooked. Over 61 games, Everett amassed 389 yards and 8 touchdowns, making him a familiar and trusted target for Goff. That kind of chemistry is invaluable, especially as Detroit looks to build an offense that can adapt to different game scenarios and keep defenses guessing. Now, let's talk about the broader picture. The NFC North has been evolving rapidly. The Green Bay Packers are in rebuilding mode, the Minnesota Vikings have made some bold moves to stay competitive, and the Chicago Bears, despite their struggles last season, are always lurking with potential. The Lions, under Dan Campbell's leadership, are trying to establish themselves as the division's top dog, and this signing of Everett plays right into that strategy. It's about stacking the deck, adding reliable pieces, and making sure that Jared Goff has all the tools he needs to succeed. And don't forget, the Lions have already shown that they're not afraid to make bold moves. They've invested heavily in their offensive line, drafted high-impact players, and now they're adding veteran stability at tight end. This is a team that's serious about contending, and they're thinking long-term. The addition of Everett isn't just a quick fix. It's part of a bigger plan to build a balanced, explosive offense that can compete with anyone in the league. With Jared Goff at the helm, surrounded by weapons like Laporta and now Everett, Detroit is positioning itself as a real threat in the NFC. And on the defensive side, the Lions are also making moves to strengthen their squad. But today, it's all about the offense and how this signing impacts their strategy. The NFC North is known for its physical, grind-it-out style of football, and having a reliable tight end like Everett can be a game-changer in those tight, hard-fought battles. He can help in the red zone, create mismatches against linebackers, and provide Goff with another trusted outlet. Plus, his experience with multiple offensive schemes means he can adapt quickly to whatever the Lions' new coordinator throws at him. Looking ahead to the 2025 season, expectations are sky-high in Detroit. Lions fans have every reason to be optimistic. The team has been building steadily over the past few seasons, and with this move, they're sending a clear message. They're all in on winning now. The NFC North is no longer a two-horse race between the Packers and Vikings. The Lions are here to stay, and they're making sure they have the right pieces to make a deep playoff run. The signing of Gerald Everett might seem like a small move in the grand scheme of NFL roster building, but for Lions fans, it's a sign of intent, a sign that this team is ready to take the next step. As we look at the bigger picture, it's fascinating to see how this signing fits into the Lions' overall strategy. They've been aggressive in free agency and the draft, targeting players who can contribute immediately and long-term. The coaching staff, led by Dan Campbell, emphasizes toughness, resilience, and team chemistry. Bringing in a veteran like Everett, someone who's been through the grind of NFL seasons, exemplifies that mindset. It's about adding players who understand what it takes to win, who can mentor younger guys, and who can step up in crucial moments. Now, let's talk about the potential impact on Jared Goff. The quarterback has been a revelation since arriving in Detroit, transforming into a leader who can elevate the entire offense. With the addition of Everett, Goff now has another reliable target who knows how to get open, make tough catches, and help move the chains. This could open up more opportunities for Goff to be aggressive downfield, knowing that he has a dependable safety valve in Everett. It's a synergy that can pay dividends, especially in close games where every yard matters and every play counts. And for the Lions fans, there's a lot to be excited about. The team's depth chart is shaping up nicely, and with key players returning from injury, plus new additions like Everett, they have a roster that's built to compete at a high level. The NFC North is always a tough division, full of physical teams and passionate fan bases, but Detroit is clearly positioning itself as a contender. The signing of Gerald Everett is just one piece of the puzzle, but it's an important one that could help Lions reach new heights in 2025. Now, let's not forget the history of the Lions, a franchise that has faced its share of challenges and heartbreaks over the decades. But what's exciting now is that Detroit seems to be on an upward trajectory, establishing a winning culture and making smart, strategic moves. This signing is evidence of that shift, signaling to the league and to their division rivals that the Lions are not just here to compete, they're here to win, and they're doing everything they can to put their best foot forward. So, as we wrap up this deep dive into the Gerald Everett signing, remember that this isn't just about one player. It's about the bigger picture, a team that's ambitious, well-coached, and hungry for success. The Lions are building something special, and this move adds another layer of depth and experience to what could be a truly exciting season. The NFC North better watch out because Detroit is coming, and they're coming with a vengeance. The future is bright in Motown, and with players like Everett on board, the best is yet to come. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Detroit Lions news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. Finally, folks, I want to hear from you. What do you think about this signing? Do you believe Gerald Everett can be a difference maker for the Lions? How do you see him fitting into the offensive scheme, and what do you expect from Detroit in the upcoming season? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinions are so important, not just to us but to the entire Lions community. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, more analysis, and more news about the Detroit Lions, so stay tuned. The best is yet to come, Lions fans. Let's keep that passion alive and continue supporting this team through thick and thin. Detroit is on the rise, and we're here to witness every step of this incredible journey.